What was that? What was that? Manchester United 1, Sheffield United 2. What was that? Where was the creativity tonight? Where was the ambition? Where was the flying into your tackles, winning your 50-50s? Where was that? Sheffield United, they had 5 points before this game. Bottom of the table. I don't know what happened. I thought everyone was poor tonight. I got a few players that I'll give an average rating to, and the rest were below. No one even made above average tonight. That says it all. I thought at the start, Pogba looked very good. For about 10-15 minutes, died off, went missing. Bruno was dreadful with his passing. Probably give the ball away more than anyone. I don't know what happened to Bruno tonight. Rashford might as well not been on the pitch again. Martial, terrible. I mean, the front line, the attacking players would... We might as well have not had him on the pitch. I don't know what to say. Rashford had a chance the first half, went just wide of the post with a cutback from Aaron Wan-Bissaka. I thought Aaron Wan-Bissaka tonight, that the last few games he's been a lot more positive going forward, but he still lacks the quality. But for that chance, he cut it back and give it to Rashford on a plate, and Rashford missed. So I thought Aaron Wan-Bissaka was one of the better ones tonight. Greenwood had a chance where he got put through, took an extra touch, went round the keeper, took an extra touch when he should have hit it first time, and that extra touch give the defender closing him down more time, and he messed the chance up. That could have been a goal for Greenwood. De Gea made a save with his foot from Billy Sharp, which was a good save. But then I'll get onto it in a minute. De Gea, for me, people arguing that it should have been a foul for what happened with the header from the set piece. And what did I say in the match preview? I said that Sheffield will score from a set piece with probably a header, and that's what happened with one of the goals. I said it in the preview. Yes, maybe you could argue it was a foul on him. I think it was Billy Sharp got shoved into De Gea when he was making his move to try and punch. But for me, you still got to make that. Even if it's a foul, I still feel like he should make that punch, and he completely gets it wrong. Sheffield get a corner. De Gea, as I said, even if it's a foul, I don't think it's enough on him to not still be able to make up for it and get that punch on the ball. The ref's not give it anyway. You got to make that punch regardless now. And he doesn't. He misses it. Nowhere near it. And even his commitment to trying to clear it was soft. It was soft as hell. Horrible. And that was Brian that scored, who got subbed off in the second half. I thought Greenwood was lively in the first half especially, but struggled to get involved too much. But he looked one of the more lively on the ball, and a few half chances in that. Bruno was quiet, and when he did have the ball, he pretty much gave it away every single time. One of the worst games I've seen Bruno have, period, since he's been at the club. Pogba, as I said, I thought he started well for 10-15 minutes, then just went missing. Telles, I thought was really disappointing today. He did get the assist from the corner from the Maguire header, and he did put a ball over the top in the first half, which Bruno sort of cross-volleyed to Martial, who probably should do better. But apart from that, I thought Telles was very negative. He kept turning back and when he could have pushed on and made forward runs. Very negative from Telles, and disappointed with him a lot tonight. Obviously he got the assist, but other than that, I thought he was terrible. Very negative, very negative. Second half, Bruno just wasn't going for him tonight, and but I can't excuse any of them tonight. I thought they were poor, absolutely poor. Sheffield were the better team. They played the better football, and they deserve the win. It's embarrassing. It really is. We don't deserve to be in a title race, and we're not going to be for much longer now. And that performance tonight, we don't deserve to be. So we've shot ourselves in the foot. Shortly after, not too long into the second half, Bruno put Greenwood through, and he should at least hit the target going across goal, and it doesn't even go on target. It just goes out wide, out of the wide of the post and off. Has to do better for me there, Greenwood. The one ball that Bruno puts in the game, puts it on a plate for him, and has to do better for me. But everyone was giving the ball away so cheaply tonight. And when you're already up against it and you're conceding and you're down a goal, and you can't be doing that, and everyone was doing it tonight. I don't know what was wrong with them tonight. The pressure obviously got to them. That's obviously, they can't handle it. We've been on a good run of form, but this kind of puts us back into reality of we've still got a long way to go. The Tellez corner, very good corner. And Maguire actually wins a header and gets a goal, which he usually wins these headers, but it's like hitting a beach ball onto his head. He got it right, but then you could argue he's at fault for, I think it was Burke's goal. He puts De Gea under a lot of pressure with a ball. They struggle to clear it. Burke gets it, shoots, takes a deflection off Tuanzebe in off the crossbar. Don't think De Gea can do anything about that. Tellez puts him under pressure. Not Tellez, Maguire puts De Gea under pressure. And then Tuanzebe can't really do anything and De Gea can't do anything. So Maguire, do you know what I mean? He shoots himself in the foot after could have maybe turned the game around with his goal. But then he goes and does that. Martial, for me, give the ball away far too much tonight. I thought he was better in the last 5-10 minutes of linking the play up and trying to bring people into play and then make him run into the box late. But where was that for the rest of the game? You can't just do it for the last 5 minutes. Where was that for the rest of the game? Your hold-up play and everything. Terrible. Why you got to wait till nearly stoppage time to get a kick up the arse and actually put effort in? That's what it come down to tonight. Effort from the players. And it wasn't there. Martial give the ball away for that goal. Near the halfway line. Doesn't track back. And that's what happens. We get into these situations where certain players are not being held responsible. It's not good enough. Ollie was poor tonight with the subs times again. Brings Donny van der Beek and Luke Shaw on with less than 10 minutes. It was like 9.5 minutes, 9 minutes left at the end. They come on. What are they supposed to do with that? Cavani come on. I thought he was poor. He had one half chance, like a half volley. Nowhere near the goal. Didn't affect the game at all. This is the end of the season for us in terms of a title. Like, we don't deserve it. We really don't. We're not at that level. We thought we were because we was on a good run. But this has put us firmly back down to reality. And it's nothing of more than we deserve. Player ratings. David De Gea 4. Thought he made a good save in the first half with that Billy Sharp with his legs. But then he messes up on the clearance with the first Sheffield goal. Even if it's a foul, he still has to be strong enough to get a fist on that ball, and he doesn't. Do you think Schmeichel would have done that? He would have got fouled and still cleared the ball. Come on. Even Van der Sar, I'm not having it. So De Gea's at fault for that. So I'll give him a 4, just below average. Aaron Wan-Bissaka, I thought, was probably the best defender. For me, he was the best defender tonight. He was more positive going forward. Put that cutback for Rashford in the first half, which Rashford should score, really. Didn't have too many issues down his right-hand side defensively. So he gets an average for me, Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Tuanzebe gets a 4. Thought he started off well. But it's just... Do you know what I mean? He's one of the centre-backs, and we can see 2 goals against bottom of the table. You can't even give him an average, in my opinion, because we was a shambles at the back tonight. A shambles. Maguire gets a 4. Obviously, he scores a goal, but then he's at fault for the second Sheffield goal. Not good enough. 4 as well. We could argue he should get a 3 or maybe lower. Tellez gets a 4. I was going to give him a 2 or 3 previously, but then I bumped up slightly for the corner for the assist. But for me, he's meant to be the more attacking left-back out of him and Shaw. And we didn't see that tonight at all. Like, we really didn't. He was even more defensive than Shaw is. Like, what are you doing? Terrible. 4. Matic, I'll give him an average of 4. He tried to break up playing and dominate the midfield, but he was getting overrun. He wasn't getting a lot of support from Pogba tracking back. And he had to do a lot of the work on his own. He was trying to make forward positive passes, but players weren't holding it up, the likes of Martial, even Bruno. So he did his bit, I thought, but it was tough for him. Average of a 5. Pogba gets a 4. Started off well, as I said, then went missing. I could maybe give him a 3 or a 2. Greenwood I give an average. I thought he was lively, but sort of come in and out of the game a lot. Didn't get a great deal of service, had a few half chances, and he should have scored for me that one chance that Bruno put him through cross goal, and he don't even get on target. So could argue that that's a bit generous, that even an average, but I'm going to give him an average because I thought he was one of the more lively and looked like he was going to do something. Bruno, a 2. I thought he was poor. One of the worst games I've seen him have. Literally every pass, pretty much, he gave the ball away. Just not at it at all. Terrible for me, for Bruno. Nothing near his levels he sets. Rashford, a 2. Just didn't notice him at all. Had a free kick, it was straight at the keeper. Just poor again from him. Just backing out of challenges and not playing simple balls. No excuse for it. Martial gets a 2 as well. You can't start playing well in the last 5 minutes and get away with it. Nah, he gets a 2 as well. Donny and Shaw give an average of. They didn't have a lot of time when they come on, and they weren't poor, but they didn't affect the game. And Cavani I give a 3 to, because he had that sort of half volley chance, but other than that I didn't really feel that he did anything. Man of the match, I'm going to give it to Matic. None of them deserve it tonight, really. I thought he did his bit out of all of them the most. And as I said, I don't think he had any support in the midfield from Pogba on a defensive side of things, and had to do it all on his own. And he was the one player that was making forward passes, even more than in terms of converting them passes as well. So Matic, I will give my man of the match to. Ollie, I give him a 1 tonight. Do you know what I mean? I'd give him a 0 if I could. He gets a 1. Poor substitution times, poor tactics. He can't do everything for the players, but do you know what I mean? It was horrible tonight. No motivation from the players second half. They should come out stronger and they don't. Didn't see any of it. That's the end of our season in terms of a title, or even hoping for that. We're still in and around it, but we can't even afford to have one more game like this, and there's still a lot of games to go, so it's not looking good. We've only got ourselves to blame. Matic, man of the match, and we've got Arsenal next, guys. Arsenal in a few days, so I'm not looking forward to that now. They're going to be licking their lips watching that tonight. It's going to be an issue, I think. So terrible, disappointed, didn't see it coming, and yeah, I don't really have a lot more to say. I'll catch you for the Arsenal game, guys.